Welcome to Retirement News Online. Successful retirement planning rests on three essential pillars: accumulation, preservation, and thoughtful distribution. Now first, you have to build your wealth, and a lot of people are doing that. Then you protect it from market risk and taxes and inflation. And then finally, you turn it into reliable income that lasts your entire lifetime. Now, understanding how these phases work together is key to creating a secure and sustainable retirement. And joining me once again is an advisor and a Seattle radio host and admittedly a financial therapist, the money professor, Chris Longworth. Once again, Chris, so we talk about retirement specialists. That's you. Right. You know, we have a lot of people out there who are great at accumulation, and we need them, right? You know, these are people who are building portfolios. Right. The other side of it is, though, we have to then protect it, and then we have to turn it into reliable income. So how does investing change as you get closer to retirement? How do things shift?
Yeah, Scott, that's a great question. So in the overall process of planning, there's the accumulation phase where you are saving into whatever vehicle you're using, a 401k, an IRA, just a regular savings. Mm-hmm. But if it's designated for, and this is an important part, it must be designated for retirement future. Think of it as you're putting your income away that you must have when you retire. It's not your emergency savings. This is not your daily living account. This is the retirement funds you're going to live on for the rest of your life. They have to do certain things. Accumulation is one of them. That is the investment's ability to grow the money. It has to grow the asset. In the academic world of perspective, we want to do it in a safe environment. We have great accumulation opportunities, but we want it safely. And that leads into the second requirement, is preservation. We must be able to preserve the asset that we have just grown. All profits must be retained. For profits lost is time lost, and not even the wealthiest men on the earth can buy more time. So preserving the asset has become even more paramount than maybe accumulating it is making sure that you have it to use when it's time. And then having flexible options of use, distribution. Flexible distribution options that will meet and greet any scenario you want to put them up against. Whatever style of living you choose, wherever you choose to live, all of these things can be accommodated in a great distribution plan. So those three, accumulation, preservation, distribution, they are the must-have foundations. Those are the pillars that hold up your entire retirement structure.
Those are kind of non-negotiable, aren't they?
They are the non-negotiable asset. I mean, those things must happen. Right. And this is where I think when we see a lot of plans that we look at, and I am blessed to review 400 to 500 every single year. Most advisors don't even see 100 in their whole career. And yet I will say I'm amazed to see what I see out there is the lack of structure. It's an absolutely lack of those three components in one place. One person might have accumulation opportunity. That's what the market represents, opportunity. There are certainly no guarantees there, we know that. It has zero ability to preserve. The market cannot preserve anything. It's not designed to. It's not even a feature. And then when it comes to distribution, there are certainly no distribution options other than withdrawal. You can make a withdrawal, absolutely. That's it. There's no structure to it. There's no guarantee of delivery. You can simply make a withdrawal. So in that view, when you look at what people are trying to do and what they're actually doing, there's a huge disconnect.
Right.
They're wanting to have the accumulation, their preservation. Every client we sit down with is one of the questions we ask them is, how do they feel about their assets? And the first thing they say is, well, we don't want to lose money. That's not what I asked you. Yeah. How do you feel about it? They're focused on the loss makes them feel bad, so they're going to tell us that right away. So you can eliminate that with preservation features. And then again, if you want to use it, you got to have flexible distribution.
Right.
So those three pieces all built into one plan really can give someone a huge advantage, not just in the accumulation value, but the preservation feature of having it there when you need it, and then being able to use it in the most flexible way to accommodate the quality of your life.
Yeah, you talked about, we've talked about volatility, you know,
absolutely,
and, as being a feature of the market. It's not a problem, it's how we make money. But there's a problem with some situations, for example, where you have somebody, so you think of it this way, when you're growing your portfolio and you're investing in a 401k, for example, it doesn't matter what the market does, because if it goes down, you're buying at a discount, right? And we have this long-term horizon. Now we got people who are getting to a point where they're going to need income, and their retirement could be 30 years,
30
right?
years, yeah.
Right,
Long
and
horizon.
so we have to protect, but we still have to keep our foot on the gas pedal in order to keep getting growth. And so talk about some strategies specifically around that, because a lot of what we're talking about, stocks are fine, you know, bonds are fine, but some of the things we're talking about, you can't do it with stocks.
And that's right. Now you're talking about the strategy of timing.
Right.
When is the appropriate time to reallocate, readjust your portfolio to get set up for the event that's coming? The horizon that approaches us is the horizon of retirement. That's the thing that's moving towards us, or we're moving towards it, whatever your perspective is. But now you're talking about the timing. When do we make these changes? So in a 401k, let's focus on that since you brought it up. The 401k is rooted in the marketplace completely. So whatever that mix looks like, stocks, bonds, mutual funds, whatever that array is, there is a point in time where you want to start to readjust and get towards, for instance, a fixed indexed annuity provides awesome accumulation opportunity, equaling the marketplace in every turn, and sometimes surpassing. And then it has two other features that the market doesn't have. Your 401k has no ability to preserve. A fixed indexed annuity does. Your market ability and your 401k has no ability to distribute other than a withdrawal. A fixed indexed annuity, we can build flexible distribution options of many different types, period certain, for the rest of your life. There's lots of different options. And that's the flexibility where you get to choose how you want to use it. So generally 10 years, I like a little more time. As an academic, I'm going to say give me 15 years before retirement, and we can really make some dramatic changes in that portfolio to be able to get more income. And that's just the compounding interest effect that happens inside these programs that we build. The compounding interest can more than double an account inside of a 5 or 6 year period. So again, if we have at least 5 or 6 years before retirement, we can certainly grow that income to a much higher amount than you could possibly do it leaving it where it is. So adjustments are going to come. They're needed. It's a timing of the events.
And whether you're getting ready to retire or whether you're in retirement, there's a lot of things going on in markets right now. For example, high interest rates actually can help in some ways. Bad time to refinance a house, great time to maybe refinance your retirement in some sense. But the important thing is to talk to somebody like Chris who understands what the opportunities are. That's not your gig. Your gig, you know, obviously is to keep investing and keep doing what you've been doing, but then have somebody there who can help you plan. Right, that's the most important
Scott,
thing.
that's literally, that is our foundation piece, is the planning and the education. Right on our website, it says, education is your key to financial planning success. For truly it is. As an investor of any kind, you have to learn a few basic things before you can make key command decisions that you're confident behind. So I ask everyone that we sit down with, and I would ask those here today, if you're listening, how confident are you in the decisions that you're making based on the truth and facts? Or are you flipping the coin and saying, gee, that sounds pretty good? We don't like flipping coins, because remember, you flip a coin, 50% of the time you're losing. We build plans that never lose. What would you rather have?
Thanks for watching. This has been Retirement News Online. We'll see you soon.